Hello and welcome to SpriteGuard Plays Angel Express. This is a game that I saw pop up on Steam, and everything I saw about it on the store page kind of made it really appeal to me. Just from how it was presented and what mechanics they were showing. And a lot of it was kind of, this game has a lot of rough edges. And this game feels kind of really, it has this charming sense that I'm not sure I can properly capture. It has a lot of imperfections and a lot of rough edges, but in a way that doesn't feel annoying or frustrating. It just feels fun and charming. So we're going to start up a file that I have started, and we're going to, there's a few different game modes. We have an options screen that unfortunately doesn't have any resolution options, which is a little bit frustrating. But I think this should be capturing pretty well. So there's time attack, there's versus, there's online versus, which you have, it's very rudimentary. You have to have an IP address, and it's pretty rough. I have not tried it out to see how well it works. There's replay saving for your time attack runs, and then there's a level editor, which is pretty cool. So let's head into the main game. And this text at the start goes pretty fast, so I'll try to keep up with it. There is a world of magic and swords somewhere. In a corner of this world you may find two sisters, one of whom has been pixified as they travel to turn her back to normal, or another girl working hard to pay back her debts, maybe. Regardless of these plot-like developments, however, there are definitely girls here who run tirelessly through every day. Anywhere outside the towns are breeding grounds for violent monsters, and their continued destruction of lines of communication makes the prevalence of communication devices impossible to increase. The best way to get things done is therefore for someone to carry a letter themselves, and it's the girls called messengers who get this done. With their special ability to talk to the spirits, these brave delivery girls rush through the monster-infested regions to deliver not only their letters, but their hopes and dreams. Those letters contain. Many young girls dream of joining this noble profession, and so the messengers continue their deliveries even today, aiming for the ultimate title that can be bestowed upon them, Express Angel. Aim for Express Angel, the highest rank and honor. Fight, fight on. Alrighty then. Now my fastest messenger ever legend of awesomeness shall begin. Hey Elle, are you even listening to me? I did just hear something incredibly naive. Or optimistic? So, Elle, what you heard was the truth, that's what. So, in order to become an Express Angel, you are planning on attaining it without even knowing how, huh? Well, I might not know much about it, but it's still my dream. Such confidence, so I'm sorry to have to tell you this. But you see, there's no real fixed way to become an Express Angel. Only those who carry out their deliveries every day working as hard as they can will be given the title of Express Angel. That's what they say. Given by who? Well, God, I guess. Okay, God. Hold on. You can see spirits, can't you? You can accept that much. So if there are spirits, there must be a god too. I guess. Fair enough. Never having seen God kind of makes this all hard to believe. God might just be a figurative representation of something else. But I guess if you don't believe, you're never going to get anywhere. Do your best, hang in there, and an opportunity will present itself for the taking. You're right. That's great advice. Right, so let's do this. Just you watch, God. Let's go! Like I said, is this optimism or naivety? A good thing either way, I guess. So this game, you know, the writing is a little bit rough, and there's, you know, spelling errors in it, and it has this feeling of... I almost think that maybe this is, you know, there's this very popular singer, Daniel Johnston, who a lot of my friends were into, and he was too rough around the edges for me. And I think that this may be kind of my window into appreciating that more. I've been trying to appreciate more things that are a little bit rough, and games are one place where I've always been really attracted to that, really compelled by that. And of course, any game where you get to play a little girl is immediately appealing to me. So let's get into the actual levels. I have done the tutorial already, so we will skip through that and just play the level. So it's a 2.5D platformer, and it's based on a timer and score, and we're actually going to run into both as we go through the game. Both are treated as important, which I really like. That is one of the things that made this game stand out to me as appealing right away. So we have these power-ups that we can use that do different things for us. The carrot is just about the best power-up in the game. It's a dash that we're invulnerable and we go through walls. And this flan is pretty good too. It lets us go through monsters. And some of the power-ups are not so useful. Some of them are just outright detrimental, but I will try to avoid using those. We also have this fish thing. Let's get to some place where it's good to use it. Here we are. So it just slides out in front of us, and it hurts monsters. That one just gives us points. And then this magnet pulls in gems, which I'm not sure what gems do. And then we have a dash that's invulnerable, but we have to charge it up. I think that gems might have something to do with charging the boost. I'm not sure. So the power-ups are kind of the one thing about this game that I'm not too keen about, because they add an element of randomness that is a little bit frustrating. But it's not too bad, and the time limits are tight enough that it takes me a couple of tries to get every level, at least the first time. I've played this first level a lot. I've been kind of grinding my score out already, just trying to get used to the game, get familiar with it, so that I can share it with you and not be, you know, completely at a loss. And then there's 2 phases, I think, in each level. So we have the same theme, the same clear conditions, but different level layout. So we can see, oh boy, so the bomb's really useful. It lets you blow up obstacles, which can be really helpful for getting some of the barriers out of the way. And then the fish is always useful. Carrot, I think, is the best power-up in the game. And the timing I really like. The timer is this really good balance where it's tight enough that it's difficult to finish levels, but it's not so tight that you have like no time at all to finish the level. And so you can take a little bit of time to try and optimize your score. And that actually becomes more important in some of the later levels, which we will see probably in a future episode, because I want to keep this first look a little bit brief. Let's see, we have one more lap, and gonna have to find the right place to use the fish. That was probably not the best place to use it, but we have another one already. That was not very helpful. And that was not very useful either, but we have lots and lots of magnets, so we can suck in all of the gems we want to. I hit that oil slick every single time. It's frustrating. But there we go. So that's how the game plays, and it's really enjoyable to grind out times, and it's, you know, it controls really well. It's really pleasant to play, and then there's a level editor, and we've just unlocked a bunch of stuff for that. So that is a brief first look at Angel Express. I want this to become a recurring series. I don't know how it's going to fit into the schedule just yet, but I wanted to get a video out there just to share my first impressions, because this is something that I find really charming, really adorable, and fun to play. So, I hope that you have enjoyed it, and I hope that you will join me as I kind of get better at this game, explore it more, learn it more, and play through the story mode. So, until then, thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.